So right on, man. We are recording. It is 9 a.m., so we are going live. Three, two, one. Good morning, kids. HooDeeHoooo! Welcome to a beautiful Saturday. We got a treat for you today here on the Kong Family Show. It's a beautiful day here in Sandy, Utah, and we're excited. As you all know, we are the Kong family. We're here to change the world. People think that's kind of crazy, but we don't. We know that it's insane.
And we like it that way.
Exactly. And, we're changing the world one glass of hydrogen-rich, oxygen-saturated, incredibly hydrating Kangen water at a time. One lightning bolt in a box, one awesome guest, one fun show, one amazing family at a time. And so Ryan, it's great to see you, buddy. The last time that we had you on the Kong Family Show, you did not have a Kangen water machine. And
I did not.
You are the only person that has ever been allowed on the Kong Family Show who did not have a Kangen water machine.
I feel privileged, buddy. I feel privileged.
But, the reason why, kids, the reason we let Ryan come on the show is because we knew that he was desperately trying like crazy to get himself a Kangen water machine. And so he is a perfect example of where there's a will, there's a way. And it's going to be interesting to hear the story of how you ended up making that happen and how things are going since now that you're on the Kong train. Definitely interested to hear how things are going. So I'm really happy that you were able to finally find some time to come join us again, buddy. And yeah.
Yes, me too. Always my pleasure. Always my pleasure.
So yeah. So what's going on? How's things up there in your neck of the woods, brother?
It's good. It's been a busy summer. Got a full-time job a mile away from home, so I'm not doing that long commute into the city and long stints away from home. I kind of got away from that lifestyle and been really good this summer. So like I said, just busy learning a new trade. I make septic tanks at a concrete shop, so learning how to run that place and batch concrete and all that good stuff. So something I've never done, and like I said, a learning experience. So.
Wow, so you're actually putting the concrete in the bags, huh?
You got
does that, or are you the machine?
Yeah, we got a big mixer that mixes up the concrete, and then we got big steel tanks that we like the molds. We got big molds that we put together, and then we just pour the concrete into the metal molds, and we let them dry, and then go in the next day, pop them all apart, and it's just a big rotation. We make a tank, and then we move it over, make the lid, and then they go out, and they're ready to be shipped off to whoever's buying them. So,
wow, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's fun using a big 5-ton crane, and like I said, lots of stuff I've never done before. So it's been
like
fun.
A cool thing to do a live on sometimes, just to show people what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous to have the phone in the hands. I've thought about it a few times.
Well, that's
GoPro. I'll buy a GoPro and we'll get her done.
Yeah, there you go, man. I'm tickled for you to hear that you've got, because I know you went a while without having employment and all that kind of thing, and I'm sure that can get kind of wearing on the old brain cell when you're.
It was. Yeah, it was a long year without work. So, but everything seems to be falling in place. Like I said, just being patient of waiting for the commissions and that to roll in. I've been pumping out the info with my water and that, so just working on that daily.
Awesome.
Trying to get people aware.
So what ended up, my question to everybody is how, when, and why did you get involved with Kangen water, and were you a skeptic like I was?
Actually, I was pretty open. As soon as I heard about it, I started researching. I mean, there's always a little bit of skepticism at the beginning, but as soon as I started diving into it, I was all in, and there was nothing stopping me from getting my machine. It was a 1.5-year process from when I found out about Kangen to when I actually got the machine. So did a lot of research, a lot of digging, and just made it happen. I think we touched on it last time, but yeah, I had to sell a second vehicle, and that's another reason I got a job so close to home, so I don't need that second vehicle for commuting. So we got rid of that, and that kind of got the ball rolling for me to jump into a position to get my machine. So that and a little bit of help from a little angel that I met on online here through this amazing community of Kong and just the online communities, our morning motivations and that. So had a little bit of help from a friend, and I'm currently working on a payment plan to repay her for what she gave me. So
awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That was Angie, wasn't it?
That was Angie. Yes. Yeah.
How's she doing? She's a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. I touch base with her every month or so. Life happens, right? But she's doing well. She's doing well. So
yeah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. It serves her right. She's an angel. You know, it was always nice seeing her smile in the mornings, kind of like a little breath of sunshine every morning.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But, so yeah, you managed to get yourself a machine. How's things going? What kind of things have happened for you in your life, with your health, with other people? You know, what's happened? How long has it been now since you've had it?
It was, what was it? I think it was the beginning or the middle of May. So it's going on about 4 months now. So it's been short time, but I've changed changed a lot with myself personally, my wife, everyone that we're sharing water. We're sharing with probably 20 people still regularly, family, friends, everyone's seeing results in one way, shape, or form. And it's just amazing. You get these people coming back to get refills and telling you how it's affecting them, and that's why we're doing it, right, buddy? Like I don't even think about commissions. It's not about the money. It's when someone can tell me that it's affecting them in a positive way, changing their lives. That's what it's all about. So my grandmas, grandpas, my grandpa actually has gout. It's helped him tremendously. My buddy with multiple sclerosis, he went from getting movement back in his legs. He could move his legs up onto his bed and that, which he hasn't been able to do for quite some time. And now he's actually standing on his own power. And he's just drinking the 9.5. I can't get him to drink the 11. He doesn't like the taste of it, but he's drinking 9.5 like a camel. So it's not even out of the machine, and he's seeing those results. So we got to sit down here. We keep saying it, but we got to sit down and get him in the process to get his machine, because he's going to obviously see way more results when he can drink it right out of the tap, as you know. So
yeah,
looking forward to that.
Man, that is amazing. You know, and I know that a lot of people, when they hear these kinds of stories, they think, wow, how could that possibly be?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it's the thing they need to understand is that their body is a machine that runs on electricity and hydrogen.
Yep.
Once people come to the understanding of that, then they realize why.
How beneficial.
Working, because that's what it provides. It provides electricity and hydrogen. And that's the main component that our bodies need to be able to get the thing done, you know. And so what machine did you end up getting?
I just went in with the entry-level junior. I needed all types of water, but big vision, of course, that's going to be my loaner machine down the road, and I'm going to have my trifecta and, get my sweetie, just like Tina. I've been following Tina's journey there with you guys, and that's amazing to hear, brother. That's kind of the same vision I got going with me and my better 99%. So, she's all aboard the water, too. She's an awesome asset for me. Just with her word of mouth, and she's not too much onto the online stuff and that, but she knows how to get the word out, and she's doing a great job. And it's good to have a good partner with this. So
yeah, that was a big part of why my sweetie was willing to do this, you know. And I told her I still have yet to meet any husband and wife teams that have been involved with the Nagic that haven't just absolutely exploded.
Exactly.
Working together as a team. And if you can, you know, when you're ready to buy your next machine, I highly recommend that you have your wife buy it.
Yeah.
Put it under her name, put it under you. And then under that, then you want to put your Ukon and your Nesbah when that time comes. And, you know, you want to try and make that happen as quickly as you can, really, because the sales that you make, you want to be getting 2 checks off of them. You know, you want to be like right now, I'm only a 3A with my Ukon position, and I'm a 1A with my machine position.
Oh, okay.
So I get 4 points every time I make a sale.
I was listening to that the other day on your calling show. You're touching on that. Yeah.
And once my sweetie, when I put a machine underneath her, which is going to be happening here real soon, she's immediately going to get 2 points.
Yeah.
Just like that. She'll be getting 2 points. She'll get a point off of her machine position and a point off of her Anespa position. And then I'll get 4 points. So that's 6 of the 8 points that we will be getting, the two of us. Yeah. And then, all we got to do is get her to, once she gets to 3A in her position, then we'll be getting all 8 points. Every time we
That's
sell,
huge.
we'll be getting 8 points. And that, people should pay attention to this because, remember something, you guys, that people love to call this one of those MLM pyramid schemes.
Pyramid scheme, yeah. No.
They don't understand. And the thing is, like Dan Edlund has so eloquently pointed out, he gets all 8 points. Every time he sells a machine, he gets all 8 points. So how is that multi-level marketing?
It's over and down.
He gets all of the money. Nobody above him gets any. Nobody below him gets any. There is no multi-level marketing when it comes to Dan Edlund, on his own personal sales. Now, when his people under him make sales, then the amount of points he gets is based on the amount of points that they get. Because if they're, if somebody's a 2A or a 1A and they sell a machine under him, then they get 1 point or 2 points or 3 or whatever. He gets
whatever the case, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's somebody in between him, then they get those points, and it just depends on where they are in his line. And then another little thing for everybody to remember is that Enagic has built in a mechanism to be able to give us incentive to continue to work with people even after they get to the point where they're getting all 8 points. Because what you get every time somebody under you sells a machine, like, see, when I get to the point where I'm at 8 points, then my buddy Tim McGaffin, my sponsor, he won't get any points, but what he will get is he gets a $200 bonus. Every time somebody underneath you sells a machine and all the points are taken up, you get a $200 bonus.
Yeah.
So you're still getting money. And then, of course, once you reach that, the goal that you should have with this is to become 6A2-3. Not 6A.
No.
You want to become 6A2-3, which is you got to have 3 people under you that you help get to 6A. That's how you get to 6A2-3. And once you hit that point where you got 3 people under you that have reached 6A, now you're in the game, baby. Now you get a $25,000 bonus. You get $5,000 a month for the rest of your life. Plus you get a piece of every machine that gets sold out on the planet. And, because I don't know if you're aware of the way this works, but Enagic pulls $24 out of every sale of a machine. They pull $24. And that $24 goes into a pool. And every quarter, it gets divvied out to all the 6A2-3s and above.
So I didn't know that.
It gives us a tremendous incentive to not only help ourselves and our own teams, but an incentive to literally help anyone, anywhere, for any reason. Because once we get to that point, we now get a piece of the entire puzzle. The entire pie, and it's like, I'll tell you what, I've been involved in a lot of these kinds of companies, and I have never, ever seen anything with a marketing plan so incentive-laden as this marketing plan is, or this compensation plan. Yeah. It is absolutely phenomenal. So not only do we have the very best compensation plan on the planet, but we've got the very best company and very best product that there is on the planet. I mean,
yes,
all the other people that are in all these other companies that, whether it's CBD oil or it's nutritionals or this, that, or the other, they all have, like, you look at CBD oil. There's a lot of people out there going after the CBD thing. Fine, that's great. It's good stuff. It's very necessary. You know, and Bob Wright has a whole chapter about it in his book.
Yep.
There are hundreds of CBD oil companies out there. Hundreds of them, all competing for the same dollar.
Yep.
Where we don't even have a single competitor, not one.
Number one.
No real competitor out there. There's just a bunch of, as Jerry Kostica likes to call them, a bunch of leeches onto our back and try to suck blood out of us, you know. But they can't do it, baby. They can't do it. You can't suck it on your tongue.
That's right.
So yeah, that's all pretty exciting stuff. I'd imagine that just learning that, if you didn't know it yet, that's got to give you a little bit of extra incentive to, you know, you want to explain all this to your wife when you get a chance so that she understands what's
that video you put up from the other day. I have that saved. That's a wicked video on the compensation plan there. I sent that to her for her to watch too. Yeah.
I've been sending that out to everybody that wants info. In fact, I probably mentioned that whenever somebody sends me a friend request, I got up this morning to 3 more friend requests, and I'm going to send each of these people either an invitation to get on the Kong Family Show, or I'm going to tell them congratulations on being interested in Kong and water. Here's what you're looking for. And, you know, my thought process is that I don't have any room for people in my life anymore that aren't interested in either being part of the Kong family, or if they're already part of the Kong family, they got to be willing to come on the show. If they're not coming on the show, I'm not accepting their friend request. But I don't accept any of these friend requests until they either get involved with Kong and water, or they give me a date that they're coming on the show. And they do that, then I go ahead and accept their friend request. You know, there's been like one person that I've friended up that, because I looked through her timeline and she had a lot of really nice, good, valuable stuff on her timeline that she was posting. And I thought, she'll be worth friending up with, because she's putting up some good stuff that I can utilize. And so I might as well friend up with her. But for the most part, I've been kind of blown away at how reluctant people are to come on the show and share their dang story with the world. And they don't understand how transformational this can be, because you don't know whose story is gonna change whose life. It's just like you coming on here today and sharing that about your buddy with MS. He's gone from not even being able to move his legs to now he's walking under his own power, and all he did was change his water.
Crazy, right?
I'd love to get him on the show sometime. I'd love to have him come on with you sometime and tell his story, because eventually he's going to have his own machine.
Yep. That's a great idea, bud.
And yeah, you know, because it's turned out to be an incredibly daunting task coming up with guests 5.
I could imagine.
A week.
Yeah. It's a grind, I'm sure.
With guests, and I got to come up with something else, you know, and so it's definitely a challenge, but it's well worth it, and it's a ton of fun, and you know, it's just good to be bringing value to the family every day, and you know, getting, you know, because I know it's changing lives. I've heard the stories of people that I showed this episode to somebody, and they now they're using the water, now they're drinking the water, now they bought a machine. You know, that kind of thing. That makes me feel really, really good right here. Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
I'm very appreciative of everybody that's willing to do that and share their story. Yeah, Julio, he is a slick guest, isn't he?
Oh, Julio's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan, that's great. So you've been sharing the water with people, and they've been having some good success with it. Has anybody actually committed yet to get a machine?
Yeah, I actually just got the water. I got my buddy to get his water tested, just because I recommend that to anyone who's going to buy a machine. Get your water tested, know what you're dealing with. So that's a good question to ask you while I'm on here, is about the pre-filter setup. I was actually going to look into that today. How do the pre-filters work? Where do they go? How do they mount? Because he needs something for iron. He's got really, really hard water. So he's looking at getting the junior like I got, but he needs a pre-filter.
Yeah, you want to get a hold of Mike Schieber. is how his name
Okay.
is pronounced. It's Schieber. It's spelled like Schreiber, but
Okay.
it's pronounced Schieber. But he's the filter doc, and he, in fact, I probably can put his name right here in the
chat.
In the chat box.
Okay.
Schieber, Mike Schieber, the filter doc. Make sure you friend up with him.
Okay.
And let him know that the Kong family sent you.
Will do.
He doesn't give any commissions or anything like that to us. We don't care about that. But I just like to let him know that you know, if you let him know that I sent you, he will take good care of you. And
Awesome.
he knows where I stand on this. And I told him, if I'm going to be referring people to you, you got to take care of them. Don't let me down. Take care of my people. And he is by far and away the best in the business. His filter system that I recommend, it's a three cartridge system that can go either on top of your counter or under your sink. It comes with everything you need to hook it up. It even comes with with its own faucet. So you can hook it up with its own separate faucet. And you can give it, you know, like I always say to people, if you can give Kong his own spring to drink from, it is so nice to not have that diverter.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
You don't ever have to worry about running hot water through it. You don't ever have to, you can run your sink and Kong all at the same time. It's so nice. I just absolutely love it.
I've seen a few slick setups. Yeah. My question is, do those things void warranty? Does it affect warranty in any way? Those no aftermarket setups?
It costs $325, and the filter system is good for 15,000 gallons.
Holy crap.
Everybody else that's out there, whether it's Enagic or Ion Faucet, their filters are only good for about half that. And they're just as expensive as if not more. And you know, so his system is by far and away the best. That particular one for $325 comes with a fluoride scrubber as well.
Okay.
Completely get fluoride out. And when we had Mike on the show a while back, he was talking about his machine, and that his filter, his Enagic filter, has been in his machine for 4 years. So it'll save you a ton of money on your machine filters too. You got to figure that, because you got to figure at least, depending on your water supply, you got to figure at least one filter a year.
I've already replaced mine because I've been sharing so much water. I've already put over 6,000 liters through my machine in like 4 months. So yeah, that's how much I'm sharing with people.
Yeah, that's awesome to know. That's a really good thing for people to realize, because the junior kind of gets a bad name in the rap that it only has 3 plates and that it's not really designed for a lot of water sharing.
It's just the gallons per minute is basically my understanding. It's just the quantity that it just takes a little bit longer to fill jugs up is basically all it comes down to, I think.
Yeah. And
you've seen pictures of my cloud. I'm getting a cloud like any ones I've seen. So it's still pretty, I know it doesn't do quite as good in the ORP in that, I don't think, as the K8, but it kicks pretty hard on my source. So
have you been able to get an ORP meter yet?
No, JJ, I'm working on it though. That's next on the list, because me and my mentor are very tight. The guy I bought my machine off of, we're very close. He's just in Winnipeg here. We're actually got a few ideas and that, but we're renting out a conference room. We're gonna be putting on demos here right away. And if I don't have it by that time, he said he's gonna have one. So between the two of us, we'll have one. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And you know, my bet would be a good place to get it for you up there in Canada would be to search Amazon.
Yeah, I was looking already. About 125 is what I'm looking at for, yeah. They vary a little bit, but.
Yeah. If you buy the one I bought and you buy it from Ion Faucet, you just get absolutely drilled on shipping. shipping ends up being just ridiculously expensive, almost as much as the machine, the meter itself. And
Yeah,
I imagine that if you go through Amazon, that they probably have a better shipping setup, and it doesn't end up costing you an arm and a leg for shipping.
twice as much. Yeah, I dealt with that with the water bags. I got some bags from Bill there, but the shipping from there to here, like you said, is almost the exact same as the product I'm buying. So I'm paying double.
It's interesting. Crystal says here that she says, I didn't have major health problems, some consistent stomach and intestinal issues, been dealing with them since I was 10 years old. I've been on Kangen water since January and recently went a full week without the water, and it blew my mind how much difference it was making. That week off the water, my stomach issues were unreal. I was crying for the water. Within 24 hours back on the water, I was back to feeling better. Amazing. Yeah, exactly, Crystal. That's what
Yep.
happens, and that's sometimes one of the things that a lot of people out there, they abide by. When they share water with people, they only share it with them for like 30 days. And then they literally on purpose yank it away from them, because then, when you drink the water every day for 30 days and then all of a sudden it's gone, you start feeling the difference. Because I'd imagine there's a lot of people out there like my wife who really hasn't noticed any kind of difference whatsoever with drinking the water. And I would imagine that if she were to stop drinking it, that then she'd find out how much of a difference it's making.
100%. Yeah, I've had a few people I've been sharing with, and either something happened, they went away, or they took a break from the water for a week or two, like you just said. And I actually had a lady, an older lady, she was on it, stopped drinking it for a week or something. It helps her with her bladder, right? She had a weak bladder. She was letting loose uncontrollably. She said on the water, none of that. And then went off the water, boom, right back to it happening again. So like you said, the little things, but when you're not drinking it, it's a big thing. It turns into big things. You take for granted when you're on it, and then like you said, you don't have it, and you really start noticing those little things.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
brother. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what, this is just such an incredible thing that we're involved with. I never imagined myself being in this situation,
No.
quite frankly. And I know that I thought this water was a joke when I first heard about it. I just laughed. But I'm one of those people, if I don't know anything, I'm not going to say anything. The only thing I'm going to do if I don't know is ask questions to try and find out,
Yeah. And
And
listen. Yeah.
not anything, but then once that fateful story came along, which is kind of the driving force behind why I'm looking for people to come out tell their stories, so that I can help other people's lives get changed the same way mine got changed. And so it's been awesome, and I'm just looking forward to continuing it on. And it's exciting to have my wife involved with me now, and now she's
Yeah.
got a vested interest to talk to people. She's got her own company. I got to get her cards made up so that her name, of course, her name is on my cards too. I've got her name on the back, so we don't really need to do different cards. We can just do the same cards,
Yeah.
which is great. And so she can still give the same information out that I'm giving out. And, so that's one advantage of, making sure that you put your wife's name on everything that you do. So,
Yeah.
that, you don't need to do anything different, anything separate. And so that'll save you some money over time as well. But yeah, get a hold of Mike Schreiber in regards to the pre-filter system.
Pre-filter. Okay.
It'll save you. It'll pay for itself in a real short period of time just by the number of filters for your machine that
It's gonna save. Yeah.
because they're not cheap. And we found out
No.
when we had
No.
Sam Tran on the show why they're not cheap, because they're, did you get to see that filter show?
Oh, I love Sam. I follow him so close. There's so much value coming out of that guy.
Oh,
You'd be crazy not to follow that man.
Yeah, he's a real and true real life godsend.
Yep.
We say that a lot, but he really and truly, just like he and Ricky Bowden, they both died, went to heaven, and came back. and they both
for
ended
a
up
reason.
on family. You know, it's just amazing. Literally,
Yeah.
they are real life godsends. And
Ricky 50-cent Bowden.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, yeah, buddy, I want to move on. This question here, this is my favorite question to ask everybody. And you've seen this show enough times that you probably know what this question is, but I got to ask it because I always like to know. If you've got one thing that you can say to somebody about this water, you don't have a bunch of different, a bunch of time to tell them a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
You got one thing you can say to somebody about this. What is it?
I'm going to say the exact same thing that I did last time. You'll never go broke from investing in yourself. It's the best investment you could ever make. So, and always health, wealth, and happiness. That's one thing I like to say. That's what Magic and Kong, that's what we're all about. Health first, wealth, obviously, and not just money, in so many other ways. And it equals happiness. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about that, brother.
That's perfect. And, I've always loved that since the first time you said that quote. And I agree with it 1,000%. If we invest in ourselves, we can never go broke. And this company, this machine, for people to understand out there, this is an investment. It's not an expense. People got to stop looking at it as an expense. They got to look at it.
Yeah, I don't like that when people look at it as an expense.
Yeah, there's a huge difference in this world between expenses and investments.
Yeah.
Investments are going to pay you back. Expenses are just simply costing you. And, when I tell people every day, I tell them, Kong doesn't cost. Kong pays. Because he knows he pays more ways than one. And not with just money. And, we're both living testament to that. And, the lives that we're changing, not only our own, but others, is a living testament to how this company pays. It doesn't cost. And I'm in a constant mission, a constant battle to help people understand that it's an investment and it's not a cost. And, the sooner we can get people to understand that concept, the better off they're going to be, the better off we're going to be. And so, yeah, it's an exciting thing trying to figure out how to do that. And, I'm curious about something else, Ryan. I'd like to hear, just because these kinds of things, this is going to be another question that I'm going to try to bring to people's, bring out on the show from now on. And that is that, what's your favorite thing to, what's your favorite, for lack of a better word, recruitment spiel? What's the thing that you like to start out with? What's the thing you like to end with? What's your favorite thing to talk to people about, to get them interested in giving the water a shot?
I'm still kind of feeling that out myself there, but I just really try and read them. Each person is different. I try not to tailor one spiel to everyone. So I kind of just try and sit back and see. You can kind of tell what's going to sell them, if it's either the money or if it's the health. I know me personally, it's health first, right? And then to find out you can make money on top of it, that just blew me away. But some people, they don't believe in the water, whatever it takes to get them to open up to the other side. I just try and play whatever I feel is going to light that light bulb above their head. So I just really try and feel out each individual separately, I guess you could say, and really try and pinpoint their why, basically, is what it comes down to. We say that a lot, and find their selling point, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's good advice for everybody that's going to get to see this as time goes by. That's great advice, find out, because everybody's going to be different. Everything that, no particular spiel is going to get everybody the same way. I got to share with you something that I did the other day that I thought was, I know it kind of blew the people away that I was sharing, that I was doing this demo with. Basically what it is it's a guy who who my friend Stephanie has been sharing water with, and his wife, and he works for the old spaghetti factory, a restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
And and he wanted to show the water to his boss, to the executive chef or whatever. And I said, you should get us an opportunity to meet with him and show him the demo that we'll be showing his boss. And so the other day we went over to their house and did the little demo that I do for these restaurants when I'm going and talking to restaurants. And in fact, I got a second opportunity to go to the Korean barbecue, because I had an appointment with the owner for the Korean barbecue here locally, and she stiffed me. But I was able to give the demonstration to her manager, to the manager of the restaurant. And he was pretty intrigued, and I left him with some water, some 11.5 water to do some grill cleaning. And then I went back yesterday, just stopped in on my way because I was driving by, and I stopped in to see if I could get my jug back and see if I could find out whether, how the grill cleaning went. And I ended up running into the owner, the lady Linda that I had the original appointment with. Oh. I said, I got to talking to her, and with getting a chance to meet her, now I've got a follow-up appointment with her next Thursday at noon to give her the demonstration again. And what this demonstration amounts to is I have a bunch of those little plastic cups, little clear plastic cups. I have a bottle of sesame oil that I got at Wally World, pure 100% sesame oil. And then I get a thing of those cherub tomatoes, the cherub tomatoes that come in that little plastic container that you spill them out the top. Yep. Those ones right there are really good to use because they're always the water that comes off of them is always going to be piss yellow. Okay. And so what I did with this is I take and have them take their water. So they took some water out of their faucet. And then we took that water, poured it on the tomatoes, and then poured 11.5 water on the tomatoes. Then we put water in a cup and Kong's water in a cup, and then put that sesame oil in there. And of course, the 11.5 water emulsifies sesame oil like that. Yeah. And then it sits there and floats on the top of the regular water. And then you pour that water off of the tomatoes, and then they see that piss yellow water coming off of there. And then you go and you take some more of their water, and you have chlorine drops with you, and you put chlorine drops in their water, and you see their water turn piss yellow because it's loaded with chlorine, right? Yeah. Then you have a little bit of tomatoes left over, and you take those tomatoes and you dump them in that chlorinated water, and it takes about 2 minutes or so, and that yellow comes completely out of the water.
Really?
That chlorine absorbs right into those tomatoes.
Crazy. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. And so, when I showed them that all that chlorine coming right out into those tomatoes, I said, you can eat these if you want to, but these are going in the garbage. I'm not, because I always clean those tomatoes all off and take them home and eat them, and they taste really good, right? But those ones that were just loaded with chlorine, I don't eat those. And but yeah, that little demonstration, if you can get your always make sure to test it though. Because this is one thing I've learned is that the 11.5 water, it gets stronger with age. And so
I was wondering about, me and the wife were just talking about that actually. So that's good to know that you confirm that.
And I've heard that it lasts as long as 90 days. I've heard a story from somebody that had some like 90-day-old water that had been sitting in one of their containers, nice and full. For 90 days, and they pulled it out and cleaned off a grill or cleaned off their oven or something with it, and he was like, this was just amazing. This water had been sitting around for 90 days and it's still perking and working. And so, you know, the 11.5 gets stronger with age, where the 2.5 actually gets weaker with age.
Okay.
There's something to remember. And when you're shaking it, open it, and smelling it, and it's really, really like, whoa, that's actually not a good sign. That's a good thing to share with people, because they go, whoa. But the reason it smells like that is because that chlorination and the properties that make it so powerful as a disinfectant have come out of the water. And so when it's really stinky like that, it's actually lost its power, not
Okay.
power. And
Okay.
that's something that Jerry Kostica proved through experiment. And so now we know that. And so you want to use the 2.5 water fresh out of the machine if you can.
Yeah.
And then the 11.5 water, you want to let it wait and sit. And I've got to do a little bit of experimenting on that now that I've got I'm going to use the 11.5 water fresh out of the machine and see if it emulsifies that oil. So I can find out, because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go to somebody's house or whatever and have it not emulsify that oil. You need it to do. Otherwise, you just sit there looking stupid.
You look like an idiot. Yeah.
So that's kind of a neat little thing that you can utilize that'll kind of open people's eyes a little bit when they see that chlorine absorb into those tomatoes. Now, there's another way you can do that same experiment, which I think in the future I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get 2 of their glasses of water out of their sink. They're going to fill them both up right out of their sink. We're going to set them both there. We're going to take the one and put chlorine drops in it, and it's going to be turning piss yellow. And if you were to put chlorine drops in the other one, it would turn piss yellow as well. But you don't put it in there. Take some tomatoes, put those tomatoes in there, and then just take those and set them to the side while you're doing whatever other demo you're doing. And then give that a few minutes to sit there with those tomatoes in it, and then get those tomatoes out of it, and then put the chlorine drops in, and you'll see that it'll just turn clear. It won't turn yellow.
It's been soaked up, yeah.
My sweetie's here.
Hi, Tina.
Hi.
This is Ryan Bartholomew. He's coming to us from up in Canada.
Wow.
He's one of our brothers up there in Canada. You're up in Winnipeg?
Just north of Winnipeg, but yeah, Winnipeg.
Yeah, so anyway, my sweetie's getting ready to go take off and go to work today. She's amazing. She's 29 years at the grocery store, and she's called in sick 3 times in 29 years. That's how
Iron Man
sweetie is. Love you, honey. Have a great day.
Have a great day, Tina.
Thank you too.
So yeah, it's always. She's such a sweetheart. I'm so blessed to have her as my better 99%. And
I love that saying.
Yeah, I used to say better half. Now I realize that she's way more than half. She's
yeah.
Full-blooded 99%.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Ryan, God, I sure appreciate you taking some time to bop in here and tell us what's going on and how things are going for you. Definitely would love it if you would be able to get that friend of yours that had the MS thing, because we can say things, but we always have to have the disclaimer on here that this water doesn't cure anything. It's not a cure. The cure is this thing, this baby right here. This thing cures things. And if you give it what it needs, it's amazing what it will cure.
Yeah.
And the water is just a tool, and it's an incredible tool at that. It's an incredible gift, an incredible tool. But it's even more powerful when people come on here and tell their stories, their own story, them telling it versus us telling it for them. And so if in the future we can get your buddy on, I'd sure love to hear his story and share it out there, because that kind of story is something that can be shared out on MS pages and that kind of thing to help people with MS know that there is a solution, there is a way.
Yep.
And like next Wednesday, I've got a gentleman coming on who who's not part of, I mean, he's part of the Kong family. He's not on my team or anything, but we're in the same league. And he was stage 4 plus, almost stage 5 kidney issues. He was stage 5 is where you need to go on dialysis.
Yeah.
He was stage 4 headed towards stage 5. And I gave him the protocol of drinking the 11-5 water in the morning, at noon, and at night. And then drinking 9.5 in between all day long after every pee. And what he did as well is he started utilizing organic cranberry juice. And if you drink organic cranberry juice, you will see that it is extremely tart. It is extremely bitterish powder, you know. And so what he was doing is he was mixing it 80-20, 80% Kangen 9.5, 20% cranberry juice, and just doing that as his protocol with the juice and with the water in between peas, the 11-5 in the morning, noon, and night. And now this is after 2 months of doing that, he is down to stage 2. He's on his way to not having kidney problems at all. And he's also had heart problems. He's had heart surgeries. He's got big time ish, and all this ish is going away now as he's giving his machine what it needs. And so I'm looking forward to having him on the show next Wednesday. He's not even on Facebook. I got to go over and see him today. I got to go to his house and go get on his computer with him and show him how to get on Facebook.
Get him all set up. Yeah.
Show him how to get on Zoom so he can come in here and share his magic with the family next Wednesday. So I'm extremely excited to get him in the house, and his story is going to be powerful stuff. Just like your buddy, you know, if you can convince him to come on. There's a lot of people suffering with kidney issues out there. There's a lot of people suffering with MS.
Myself as well. I got kidney, not severe as that, but I have some kidney issues too. Drink organic cranberry juice myself. So
there you go. You know, that's a great protocol for you to utilize, and then that'll be in the past.
Yeah.
And, you know, so. But Ryan, as you know, one of my other big goals around here is to resonate people who, you know, get people hooked up who resonate with each other, because in the days, weeks, months, years that this is going to be getting out there, somebody might go, hey, this Ryan dude, I want to work with this guy, man. I want to go get a machine from him. I want to be on this guy's team. He's my kind of guy. And you know, so coming to this final part of our show today, I want to urge you to give out whatever contact information you would like to give out to people. And I also want to throw in the caveat that I always throw in with everybody. If you're going to get a hold of Ryan, if you're going to get a hold of him on Facebook or whatever, you know, make sure you reach out and let him know why you're getting in touch with him. Don't just send him a friend request. Send him a message along with it that says, hey, I saw you on that show with that crazy rascal, you know, and I want to hook up with you, you know. Just let him know why. That way we know why people are getting in touch with us. It's kind of a matter of common courtesy, I think.
Especially with all the scamming and stuff going on, Messenger, and there's lots of hacking and stuff going on. So yeah. So
last week I've had three or four friends get hacked on Facebook, and I knew they got hacked because they sent me that messenger message that says, is it really you, or something like that, that's a video. And I don't even, you know, I've never clicked on that one because it's, you know, it's like something kind of weird. But as it turns out, every time you get that, if you do get it, every single one of those people got hacked. Yeah. And I just sent them back a message. Oh, so you got hacked, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I got hacked.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's you know, a public service announcement, kids. If you get that says, "Is it really you?" or something like that, it's a hack. That person got hacked. Send them back a message that says, "So you got hacked, huh?" And you'll get a giggle out of it because they all reply back, "Yep, I got hacked." So yeah, do Ryan the common courtesy, and Ryan, feel free to give out whatever information you would like, whether it's phone numbers or email or website or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, man. Let people know how they can get a hold of you if they want to.
Yeah, I'm on social media, Facebook. You can send me a friend request, like we just said, Instagram, and recently just joined the Twitter culture. So I'm on those three. You can hit me on any one of those, and I'd be more than willing to trade info and stuff with you.
Doesn't your Instagram have some sort of a funky name to it that's kind of cool, like King Ambition or something like that?
King Ambitions, yes. Everything's linked up on my Facebook profile. You can hit everything from my personal Facebook profile. I have everything linked up in there. So you go to my Facebook profile, everything's on there, all my links. So.
And how do they spell your name? Because they can't see it right here on the screen. So how do they?
It's Ryan, Ryan, Bartholomew. It's a mouthful, but BARTHOLOMEW.
Bartholomew, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome, brother. Well, man, thank you so much for coming on the show with us today. It's always a great opportunity to get to see you, get to talk to you. I love everything you're doing, and just appreciate all your hard work. I'm so happy to see you, recovering from some of the issues you went through in the last year. I know that stuff can be really hard on people.
Yeah.
And so it's neat to see them overcome it, and it just kind of reiterates what I always say, that there are no problems, there's only solutions. And I'm just tickled for you that you've gone out there and found the solution, and things are picking up and getting better, and that you're out there changing lives, helping us with our mission, because we are the Kong family. We're here to change the world, and we're doing it. One glass of 9.5, hydrogen rich, oxygen saturated, Kong at 9.5 at a time, one lightning bolt in a box, one awesome guest, one incredible family, one fun and exciting educational Kong family show at a time, baby. And so thank you once again, Ryan, for jumping in here with us. We really appreciate your time and your efforts, and Godspeed to you, buddy. And just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's all going to work out. We're going to be partying on the beach here in a few years, doing whatever the heck we want to do, wherever we want to do it. We'll be heading over to Japan to go tour through the fields and meet Mr. Oshiro. And there's just so much excitement going on with this company, and anybody that gets involved with it and gets after it and treats it like the incredible company that it is, 5-10 years from now, they're going to be wherever they want to be in this world. Yeah. And that's an exciting prospect to think of. And, just knowing that we have such an incredible ability to change our own lives by changing other people's lives. It's an incredible thing, and I've never been in this position in my life before, where when somebody asks me what I do for a living, I tell them that I change people's lives for the better from the inside out. And they go, what? Well, hey, here's my card. Check out that video there. And, that's what we do. That's how it rolls. And we're sure in a blessed position to be able to do it. And so get out there, change the world, starting with your own, and keep in touch with us. We definitely want to hear how things are going. When you've got stuff that you'd like to share, because as time goes by, you're going to have more and more things to share, people that are going to want to share their stories. And please hook us up with them so that we can get their stories out. And, it's just all part of changing the world, brother. And so
I'll let you know. I'll talk to my buddy and we'll get that set up for sure.
Awesome, man.
I would love to do that.
I really appreciate that. And, as usual, do not forget your hugs, kids. Do not forget your hugs. These things are important. And your HooDeeHooos, let them rip. They feel good coming off the tongue.
I appreciate you, brother.
So, brother, I love you so much. Thanks again for coming on. Have the rest of a great day and the rest of a great weekend. And HooDeeHoooo.
Keep on keeping on, man. Yeah. Love you, bud. Take care.